Coming into Bamfield, check the situation out, possibly get a good cup of coffee. Ebony and ivory, living together in perfect harmony, side by side like my keyboard piano. Oh, why can't we? Good morning. This is day 4 and we're trying to get out of Pachina Bay. And of course this is one of those beaches that has a very, very long tide. So we're trying to get the boat in the water before the tide gets too far out. We're going to launch the kayak in the Pachina River. And so now begins the great hike of taking all of our stuff to that nice put-in point. Morning, Ewan.
Hey, bro.
Did you expect that you'd almost be walking as much as you would be paddling on this trip?
Oh, what's with that?
How was your shower last night?
Oh, home comforts.
Now, compared to day 1, this was a really good day, but it was not without its challenges. The fog lasted the entire day. Can you see all this zigzagging? You are seeing much more of the coast on this animation than we ever saw. It didn't help that the GPS died, so we had to rely on our ears to avoid the rocks and boomers and huge kelp beds. And then about halfway through the day, one of the rudder cables broke. But like I told Ewan, rudders are overrated. One thing we did see were a lot of stellar sea lions. Sea lions of Pachina. Wow. How many do you think there are? Excuse me, sir. Highlights and lowlights of today's paddle journey for you.
Highlights today. All those sea lions just kept poking up. The lowlights, the kelp. That sucked, man. That really sucked. Paddling in the kelp.
And then there was the fog. So we're at the beach and just having a little feel of what it's like to hike the West Coast Trail. It's just cleared up in the last little while enough for us to even see down to the end of this beach. It's been fog all day. Day 5, and for the first time, both Ewan and I woke up with smiles on our faces to find nice seas, no wind, and no fog. And probably the best place that we could ever ask to launch a kayak. But wait, it's way up on an embankment, you say. How are you going to launch a kayak in a river? Watch. We are going to do something unheard of in kayak world, and we're going to attempt to launch it Queen Elizabeth II style down into the river and then either line or paddle it out to the open ocean. Let's see how it goes. And we'll begin the downward motion. Okay. Good. Oh. Wow. All right, sir. We'll clean the noodle. Hey, was that supposed to get wet? Was that supposed to get wet in the pool? Yeah, sorry. That's the fine print. Should we go after this one?
Yeah, let's go after it. Kind of see right.
All right, good morning from Carmana Point, where our intrepid team is making our way in beautiful conditions. Water's slightly bouncy, but pretty nice. And big moment here, we are just passing Carmana Point, Carmana Lighthouse, which is a beautiful spot to stop when you're doing the trail. Onwards and southwards. Ewan, how you feeling?
Awesome!
Excellent. Let's keep her going. I'll join you. Well, we're paddling the hopefully the last few kilometers of the West Coast Trail, and you can certainly see why this part of the trail tends to take people up and into the forest, into the mud and the roots, because this is absolutely unfriendly for walking here. However, it's very friendly for paddlers, right, Ewan?
Yo, bring it on! Loving it. Look at that cave over there on the left.
Oh my God. So we're just looking for Camper Creek, where we're going to get out and have a little stretch, and we think it's not too far. Let's hope it's not too far. Biggie. We've arrived at Yao Creek, which is a little bit disappointing because it is we didn't want sand, but we also didn't really want these kind of rocks to set our tent up on, which we've done. The other thing is that I'm in the one corner of the beach right now that still has sun. The rest is in shade, and that breeze is actually quite chilly. So we've also already had a visit from a young, probably 2-year-old bear that is actually hanging around on that opposite wall of the bay. So we're going to have to be pretty vigilant with our food today. I like that word, vigilant, and make sure that we don't leave any scraps around. Otherwise, Yogi's going to think that we're offering a free lunch. Okay. Ewan and I have paddled 23.5K in 2 hours and 37 minutes. That's no brag, just fact. And just sweeping around here to China Beach, where Judy and Debbie camped a number of years ago. So thinking about you right now, babe. Well, you just passed me some news from the front end where you've been monitoring our odometer. What's the story, Morning Glory?
200 kilometers paddled in 6 days.
Oh my goodness. Congratulations.
And the same to you.
Well, as you know, or as those guys pointed out, I haven't really been doing any paddling.
Yeah. You know what? Because I know when you stop. Like right now.
Okay, camera away. Mark, I have one question for you, sir.
What is that?
Where the hell are we? We don't even know.
Well, you're at a place that used to be called Park Isle Marina, but exists no longer.
Okay.
But Poseidon Marina is here.
Well, and you are our knight in shining armor, right, Ewan? Absolutely. Let's get out of here. My friend Mark Keane took the two of us to his beautiful home at Glen Lake for the night. We had hot showers, did laundry, went out for a great meal, and slept in real beds. Thanks to Mark and Tanya for a wonderful respite. The next day, Mark took us to the Whiffin Spit, where we could continue our journey.